Hi, my name is Mark Polton. I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. What you would call a no frills, no thrills real estate investor. Looking for somebody with a big fancy car in the background, nice studio office, or someone who's trying to sell you a $19.95 a month subscription to their newsletter. I'm not that guy. Check out a different channel. Today I ran out of sun, finishing up a siding job on one of my two-story properties. Something that I never want to attempt again. It was an interesting learning experience, but man, it's a lot of work to do by yourself when you don't have all the right tools. But all day today, I'm dealing with wood rot. There's a lot of crown molding around the chimney, and this particular home, I did not do all the maintenance I needed to since I purchased it. And because of that, water has been able to penetrate in many different areas, and penetrating water is one of the most destructive forces that a house will ever be subjected to. This particular house had masonite siding on it, which is basically cardboard, for lack of a better term, really thick cardboard. And it's actually a fantastic product as long as it doesn't get wet. However, it's going to get wet. I guess it's possible that it won't. I don't see how. Even if you keep it painted and caulk it yearly, there's still going to be issues where it rests up against shingles or something like that, in which it'll start to absorb water. Granted, if you do all that maintenance yearly, probably not going to have a problem with it. This particular house did. One of my best friends is a carpenter, union carpenter actually, for Hollywood movies and TV shows, and something he said always kind of rings in my head or the back of my head whenever I'm working on stuff like that. And he says, you must protect the envelope. And it took me a while to really understand what that meant and to appreciate it, but the building envelope, the outside of the house, has to be protected. Water will find its way in, through nail pops and shingles. Water will find its way in behind service panels where electrical disconnects, windows, molding. I mean, just water can get anywhere. And once it finds a way in, it's going to continue to come in. And oftentimes it's not detected. I can't tell you how many kitchen cabinets I've taken out, and underneath the sink, the whole floor is rotted, the wall is rotted. I mean, everything is just destroyed. It was destroyed because it had a leak for like 10 years and nobody did anything about it, or nobody knew anything about it. And every old home is going to have some kind of water damage. I've not found one yet that didn't. However, whenever you're rehabbing a home or you're fixing a home, or in this case, siding a home, you need to use building materials and building practices that are going to not have the same problem as the previous material. The brick molding around, and if you don't know what that is, look it up on Google Images. Brick molding around the fireplace on the outside of the brick, it's gone. I mean, there's basically nothing there. It's been, hell, it could have been termite damage even, but between the water and probably insects, there just isn't much left of that actual wood. So what do? I replaced it with PVC. Will PVC ever wear out? I don't know. All the waste pipes in most homes today are made of PVC, and I doubt that they're going to put something that's not going to last at least 50 years. In 50 years, this may not even be a problem for me anymore. However, I do have some homes which I'm going to 1031 exchange. It's going to be much later. I have some homes that we're never going to sell. They'll be passed down either to my children or to, I don't know where they're going to go, but one day I won't be on this earth, and that home will not be sold. Trust me, it will not be sold. So somebody's going to get that home. So you really got to protect the envelope. When we took down the old masonite siding, I dumpster dove a bunch of house wrap. We're putting that up. That'll help a little bit. Having this vinyl siding on there, man, I hope it helps. But everywhere where a spigot was, or an electrical disconnect, or even the meter, we're putting a PVC plate on the back of it. We're using Dynaflex 230, which is a a much more expensive paintable, a caulk that can stretch even. Carpenter friend said that's he's starting to use that for everything, so I'm using it for everything. It's a good product, should last at least 30 to 50 years, hopefully, maybe even longer, and it'll just keep water from penetrating in, where these seams are, where siding comes to wood, brick molding to brick, just everywhere where we can. A $4.19 tube of caulk, the Dynaflex 230, is cheap compared to what it's going to cost you, if you have to do extensive water damage remediation. So I don't mind spending the extra money on better products, in this case, so that I never have to do this again. I mean, face it, if you fix something once, do you want to go back and do it again, or do you want to have to deal with it again? No. Trying to get that through the head of my contractors is difficult. I'm like, I don't want to ever have to deal with this again for as long as I own this home. They don't think that way. They think, got to get the job done so I can get paid. And it's just difficult to get that through their thick skulls. So that's my thoughts on the having to protect the building envelope and how crucially important it is. So what are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments section below. Sorry for the sun glare. We literally we're running out of sunlight, so decided to pack up and head home. Hope you go out there and live the You Won't Stop Me lifestyle. Trust me, once you get the information and the experience and the wisdom that comes from that experience on how to do buy and hold real estate, nothing is going to stop you. It can't stop you. It doesn't matter if you lose everything in a divorce. It doesn't matter if you lose everything in a bankruptcy. It doesn't matter. You can get it all back. It's not that hard. Anyways, I wish you success.